Hello there and welcome. I am Mark from Forge and Flow, and I am also your Qigong guide. Going to walk you through a little practice today, but first wanted to talk about something. We can call it simple. Let's call it simple because ultimately it is simple. Maybe it doesn't feel like it's simple in the world that we're living in, but it really is. And that is self-love. Whoa, what a concept, right? It's something that we hear about, especially in more of the spiritual self-help realm, of course, but we all have a sense or an idea of what self-love can be, but in practice, little bit tougher, right? We can't really do anything until we help ourselves. We love ourselves. We respect ourselves. There's a video I encourage you to check out talking about chapter 22 from the Tao Te Ching, where myself and Adam talk about the concept of accepting yourself. Check that out and learn more a little bit about philosophies behind it. But there are some simple practices we can do to make it a little bit more practical and bring things into our lives daily. But first, just wanted to talk a little bit more about this concept of self-love. Now, in this society, we are often told, even from a very young age, to help others. Of course, that is a wonderful thing to do service to others and to help others in need. Of course, always take others into consideration and respect other people and help wherever, whenever you can. However, there is a push to helping others, help others, do unto others. And there's always this kind of external force saying, hey, worry about everything out there. Concern yourself with that. Think about that. Worry about this. And often, what does that do? That allows us to forget about right here. Forget about ourselves. Forget about who we are, what we're doing, forgetting to take care, take those moments to think about ourselves, to love ourselves, to accept ourselves, to respect ourselves, and to help ourselves in whatever capacity that is for you. It's going to be different than it is for me, but we always have to consider ourselves before we can consider others. And you really, once you have a nice strong sense of self and you really truly respect yourself, you can have that much bigger of an impact when you help others. Because you're coming from a very centered angle, a very strong angle. And you can say, you can have a more of a level head, you can have more of a calm presence about things, more clarity, and you can bring all of those virtues or assets into whatever the work is that you're doing for somebody else. So I encourage you to consider yourselves. People maybe think that that's self-centered, egotistical, selfish. Then those are negative words put onto an extreme version of only caring about yourselves or caring more about yourselves than others. There's always this delicate balance that has to happen. Self-love, love for others. Self-respect, respect for others. Not too much of one, not too much of the other. Give and take, push and pull. There are these concepts that we find constantly in the Tao Te Ching, in Taoism in general, about this give and take, push and pull, balancing of the energies. Caring about everything else and everyone else is an extreme. Caring about only yourself is an extreme. So find that delicate balance of caring about yourself deeply, loving yourself, accepting yourself, and then once you really fill yourself up with that love, fill yourself up with that gratitude, you just have so much more to give. Because when you give, you deplete yourself. You deplete your energy stores, your energy resources, and you take vital life force energy, qi, away from yourself with good intentions, but ultimately you are depleting yourself. So Qigong is that wonderful, beautiful practice that helps us revitalize ourselves, fill up our stores of energy, and bring in all of those things, positive energy, back into us to have an excess, a store of it. That way when we do give out, we don't deplete ourselves. We still have enough for us. Self-love, self-acceptance is one of those key, core, fundamental concepts that can allow us to hold on to these energy stores, not only for our own vitality and wellness, but for others. So, going to move into a short practice, show you some very simple heart-centering practices, self-love, positive self-talk, and hopefully you can bring a little bit of these into your day, a little bit more and more and more, to help feel more full and vibrant and happy within, and shine that light outwards for others to see, for others to experience, and to be a shining example for others. So stay tuned, and we'll do a couple of exercises. All right, we're going to move into some very simple motions, some breath work, and some self-positive talk. This is vital. Something I want to point out is that when we say things, physically say the words, positive words about ourselves to ourselves, it can have a profound impact. Of course, intention is key. So you can say these things in your head silently, and they will have an impact because the intention sends frequencies and vibrations throughout your body, throughout your cells. But to amplify that, saying the words out loud creates resonance, vibration, and that is even a stronger vibration that can carry throughout us and out of us. So what we want to do is really get a sense of the energy swirling around us, our energy field, and that same field that penetrates through us. Okay, it's important to understand energy is not just within us, it's around us. And we can understand this by when we are near somebody and we can feel their energy. Maybe we can't really label it, but we can get a sense of a vibe. Oh, that person's not in a good space right now, or wow, that person's got a lot of positivity in them. We can feel these energies that are within people because they emanate out from us. So what is it that's emanating out of you? What is it that's emanating out of me? That's important because that affects everything around us. Certainly everyone around us, affects our families, our friends, our coworkers, our pets, even plants. If you have a lot of plants that are not doing very well in your home, it's not just water and light. Maybe there's some negative energy in the home that needs to be cleared out. Maybe you can bring a little bit more positive energy to the plants and you can see them thrive a little bit more. But we're going to move into some very simple motions. The first one we're going to do is we want to open up our body. Anytime you start any kind of practice, you want to open up the body, and that just means loosening up, getting the joints to mobilize, sending signals to your cells saying that you're going to do some motions, and just kind of getting into the frame of mind of doing a practice. So very simply, we want to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees, everything loose and relaxed, dropping the shoulders, relaxing the knees, relaxing the arms and hands and fingers, wiggling out the fingers. Feel a sense of the feet rooting down. And as we move up the body, getting lighter and lighter and lighter into the sky. So first, let's get a sense of alignment through our body. And we're going to open up by doing a very simple exercise called ringing the temple gong. And all that is a twist at the hips and allowing the hands to gently tap the body. And again, all we're doing here is awakening the chi, awakening that life force energy within us, activating the cells, mobilizing the blood and the lymph, all those fluids within us to help restore and revitalize our body, to wake things up. And you can do this for 30 seconds, you can do this for 30 minutes. It's a very simple exercise. Some people say, well, what am I even really doing here? When you start doing this over and over and over again, when you stop doing it, you'll feel movement throughout your body, and that is the energy flowing. One of the most typical signs of feeling energy is a tingling sensation, buzzing, maybe like a sense of electricity. just movement happening. Doesn't need to be anything profound. You don't need to say, wow, I feel the chi. Just get a sense of movement within you. And this very simple exercise, ringing the temple gong, is a very effective way to do that. So it's nice to just start practice doing this. It's very simple. And again, you can do it for a minute or much, much longer, but we're gonna just do it for a few more seconds here. And we start slowing down, making the motions smaller and smaller. Coming to a point of stillness in the center. And immediately check in with your body. Check in with a sense of any kind of movement happening within you. And if you don't feel anything, that's totally fine. Doesn't mean it's not happening. You just are not fully connected to your energy yet. And that will only come with more and more practice. So nothing to be discouraged about. But you might already start feeling tingling in the hands, or at the very least, a sense of relaxation coming over you. Okay, we're gonna do something called heart to the sky. So again, we're talking about self-love, self-acceptance. So we're gonna do some heart-centered practices here. And this is called heart to the sky. Again, very simple. All of these motions are very simple, very accessible. You can do it standing. If standing for long periods of time is too much for you, you can do all of these things seated. You might have to adapt and modify a little bit, but feel free to sit down in a chair, preferably without arms on them because they might get in the way. A stool or something like that that doesn't have arms would be best, but use what you got and modify how you need to modify. So what we're gonna do is, again, in this nice stable stance with the feet shoulder width apart. If you're sitting, just open up the legs a little bit. And we're going to rise the hands up with the palms facing up. Nice big inhale. When we get to the heart space, this heart area right in the center of the chest here, turn the hands outward and press up. Still inhaling, and then out to the sides with an exhale. Again, we're going to draw up, inhaling. When we get to the heart space, turn the hands up and out, pressing up, and exhale down to the sides. Inhale up, pressing up, arms to the sides, exhale. Breathing in, and breathing out. Now this might be a long breath, so you can speed it up a little bit. Inhale, exhale. We don't want to go too fast because the idea is to relax and slow down and calm down, but if the breath is too long, to go slower, you can speed it up a little bit. Just find that happy medium that works for you. So just remember to inhale, turn the hands up and out. Now if you're standing, you can bend back a little bit. If you're in a chair, you might have a back on it. If you're in a stool, this could work too. But what we're going to do is inhale. As we turn up, we're going to gently lean back to bring the chest and the heart a little bit more facing the sky. And that same opening motion. From the side, you can see I'm bending back slightly, opening up the heart to the sky. Okay, I'm not doing a really deep back bend here. Gentle inhale, start to bend back a little bit, opening up your heart to the sky. Exhaling to the sides. Inhale and exhale. And draw up and out. And again, draw up and out. Let's do one more. Up and out. Heart to the sky. Now what is that doing? It's opening your heart. You've heard that term before, open your heart. We're literally allowing the energy to open up. We're directing the energy inward and then outward, literally opening our heart. That is the first step to self-love and self-acceptance, opening your heart. So the idea, the concept of bringing a little bit more of that inward. It's like opening up a door. You can't go into something unless you open the door. So we're opening the door to our heart. Okay? Now, very gently, with the tips of your fingers, very gently tapping on the heart. This bone, this sternum right here in the center. Feel that hard bone right in the center there, in the chest. With the fingertips, very gently tapping. Any speed is fine. You don't want to be too vigorous here. You want to be gentle and soft, but just tapping. Tap, 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 tap. You can do it a little slower too. Tap, 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 tap. Whatever feels good to you. Just make sure it's gentle. What we're doing here is stimulating the nerves, stimulating the blood in and around the heart. The heart's beating. It's always beating, right? We know what the heartbeat is. We know what the pulse is. But let's just invigorate that a little bit. We're not trying to elevate the heart rate. And if anything, we're trying to reduce the heart rate. There's a lot of high blood pressure, a lot of high heart rate in this world. These practices are aimed at reducing that, bring less stress, calming anxieties, reducing the blood pressure, take some of those burdens off of your heart. If the heart is feeling a lot of pressure because it's working so hard, because we're stressed out, anxious, afraid, worried, just busy, 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 the heart doesn't have any room to calm down and to allow this stuff in. So let's calm the heart down. Calm it down. And while you're doing this, close your eyes and just envision your heart. You don't need to know what the anatomy of the heart is. Just envision this organ within you that beats constantly, daily, every second of every day, without you having to ask, without you having to show it how to work. It works on its own while you're awake, while you're asleep, while you're at work, while you're at home, while you're eating. Every moment of the day, it's working. So envision that organ within you and just send some love and gratitude towards it. It can be as simple as saying, "Thank you, heart. I love you, heart." Again, you can say these words in your head if you like, but when you say the words out loud, it amplifies the power of it because you're sending that vibration, that resonance of the voice into the body. The intention is great. If you say it in your head, the intention is wonderful and will work wonders for you, but to say the words out loud just amplifies that. Thank you, heart. I love you, heart. Thank you for working tirelessly every day without me having to ask. You're amazing. You're strong. Whatever it is you'd like to say to your heart in a positive way, say that now. It can be anything that comes to your mind. Keep it positive. Keep it beautiful. And slow down the tapping. Lighter and lighter and lighter. And to that point of stillness, putting your hands on your heart, one on top of the other. Relax your shoulders, relax the knees, and just holding your heart space. Hands on the chest, wherever is comfortable for you. Now let's do some very intentional breathing. Our lungs are right next to our heart. And when we breathe very intentionally with the lungs, it can actually help massage the heart a bit. So with the hands on the heart space, Let's take a nice deep breath into the lungs, nice big chest breath. In through the nose, and out through the nose. Feel the chest swell as we inhale, and reduce and compress as we exhale. Again, nice big chest breath in through the nose, out through the nose, keeping the mouth closed. And try to envision those organs that are flanking the heart as they expand and compress around the heart, giving it a very gentle massage. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3 more big breaths in with the chest, in and out through the nose. At your own pace. Nice, deep, long, slow breaths. Last one. And again, say something positive to your heart. Thank you, heart. I love you, heart. Show love and gratitude towards your heart. And we're going to do a quick healing sound for the heart. There's a lot of healing sounds in Qigong. And we have a particular one for different organs. One for the heart is ha, like a H-A, ha. And just think about that for a second. Ha, that's the sound of laughter, right? Ha ha ha. They say that laughter is the best medicine. It fills our heart with joy when we laugh. When we're having a good time and experiencing joy, it fills our heart. So the sound ha, very intentionally with the breath, can help do just that thing. Okay, so nice big breath in. And when we exhale, ha. Nice big breath out, accentuating that sound, ha, as long as you can, sustaining that sound as long as you can. Big breath in. Big breath out with the sound, ha. And one more, big breath in. Exhale, ha. You might even feel the vibration of making that sound in your heart. Just do it one more time and see if you can feel that vibration with your hands on your chest. See if you can feel a sense of vibration within your heart. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Nice. Calming, relaxing, centering. We're going to do one more motion, physical motion with the arms, and then we're going to do some self-positive talk. But this one is called Arms Are the Wings of the Heart. So again, we're staying very heart-centered in this practice here, because that is going to bring in more joy into our being, because that is the center of joy, is the heart. Okay, arms are the wings of the heart. So imagine that your arms are great big wings, great big bird wings. And all we're going to do is we're going to flap the wings, not just up and down. We're going to add a little twist of the hips too. So we're going to bring the arms up and twist to the right. And as we bring the hands down, twist back to the center. Then bring the arms up and twist to the left. And as we bring the hands down, twist to the center. So we're going to do that motion back and forth. We're going to add a breath to it. So when we bring the hands up and twist, you're going to inhale. And when we come back down to the center, exhale. Inhale, open, expand, and twist. Just at the hips here, keep the feet nice and flat and firm. And then exhale, down back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So right now, I just want you to focus on the motion of the arms and the waist twisting and the breath. So open, twist, breathe in. Close, center, breathe out. Open, expand, inhale. Close, compress, exhale. And just go side to side. Try not to pause in any one position. Nice, fluid flow here. Side to side. Gentle twist. If you can go 90 degrees, great. If you're going 45 degrees, that's fine. Just make sure you get as deep of a twist as you can without feeling any kind of strain or pain. You know your own limits. If you don't know your own limits, this practice will show you some of them. Stay within your comfort zone. If twisting to one side hurts more than the other, just twist a little less. If you have any low back pain, or even if you have shoulder issues where you can't bring the arms up too high, that's fine. Just do the best you can. It's more about the intention here. So now that we got the motion and the breath, let's bring our intention and attention to the heart again. So see the heart, close your eyes, see the heart. And imagine the heart has two great wings attached to it. Bird wings, angel wings, whatever comes to mind, butterfly wings. Great big wings attached to the heart. And as we flap these wings very slowly, we're bringing more life into the heart. We're opening the heart. Engaging the heart. Just bringing that awareness to the heart. Not just the physical organ itself, but the heart space. The heart chakra, the little dantian, this whole energetic area in our chest. It's something that we feel when we feel love, when we feel heartbreak, joy, grief. Whether it's positive or negative, we all know that we can feel the heart. But right now, let's try to feel the heart and infuse it more with positive love, light. So again, you can say things like, I love you, heart. Thank you, heart. I'm grateful for having you beat for me every day, all day. I don't have to ask you to do anything. I don't have to tell you to do anything. You are loyal to me. You are good to me. And I promise to be good to you. Heart health is a big issue in this world. A lot of people suffering from heart ailments, heart disease. And there's obviously a lot of reasons why that may be, but one of the big things is people don't express self-love enough. So take some time, show yourself and your heart love. Just do a couple more of these motions, twisting, opening, breathing in, envisioning those great big wings attached to the heart. Nice and fluid, nice and slow and intentional, with an attention on the heart. Just do one more to each side. No matter what side you're on, just do one more to each side. And then we come back to the center and relax. Bringing the hands up to the heart again. And now we'll engage in a little bit of positive self-talk. So that can mean anything for you. It might mean something different for me. Again, you can say this in your head or you can say it out loud. All we're here to do right now is to infuse more positivity into our entire being through the channel of the heart. So it can be anything. I am smart. I am courageous. I am kind. Whatever you think is a quality that you have, tell yourself you have that quality. Don't worry about being self-centered or egotistical. Acknowledge your gifts. If you're a kind-hearted person, acknowledge that. If you're a patient person, acknowledge that. If you're productive, acknowledge that. Whatever it is that is positive in your life, acknowledge that. And once you've said a few things, it can be just 2 or 3 things. You don't have to have this whole long list. That then will get you into more of a stress mode if you're thinking too hard about, oh my God, what am I good at? Who am I? What am I? Just whatever comes naturally to you. It could be a couple of things. Say that to yourself. And once you've done that, think of something positive that you'd like a little bit more of. Maybe you would like a little bit more courage. Maybe you would like to be a little bit more assertive, not aggressive, assertive, being able to speak your mind more, stand up for yourself more. Maybe you'd like to be more productive with work, with projects around the house, whatever it is. Think of just a couple of things, again, short list. Don't stress yourself out trying to think of things. Just a couple of things that you would like to bring a little bit more into your life. Through the heart space, all of this centering through the heart practices we're doing here, say those things to yourself. All your hands are to your heart, and while you're doing some nice deep chest breaths like we did earlier, to help massage that heart a little bit more. Whatever it is you think you could use a little bit more of. So combining the things that you know you have and the things that you would like to have, you can fill that heart up with an immense amount of positivity. While doing those exercises, while opening that heart, opening the door so that this stuff can come in, and also dispelling some of the negative you might have in you. So now take a moment, expel some of the negative. Maybe you're impatient with someone. Maybe you're a little too abrupt sometimes. You could start with the dispelling of the negative to make room for the positive, but there's no right or wrong way to do this. You could bring the positive in so that it helps literally push out the negative. Like if you have a puddle of mud and you put a hose with clean water in, it'll push the mud out. You put the clean in to push the muck out. So you don't necessarily need to empty yourself first to fill it up. You can let the clean and beautiful and wonderful and positive flush out the negative. But whatever makes sense to you. Again, it's about the intentions, placing that attention on that space. And when you're ready, relax the hands, bring the feet together, and we'll close this practice with a gentle bow of respect and gratitude for ourselves. Thank you very much. And I hope you're feeling a little bit more centered, a little bit more joyful. And these are simple practices to bring into your day, 5 minutes here and there. You don't need to go through all of the exercises. Just telling yourself positive things can make a huge difference in your life. You again, be well and keep on flowing.